Happy Tuesday, everybody. Bitcoin touched almost 90K and now cooling down a bit, around 4% down since the top yesterday. And you can see how it consolidated for since March, actually almost more than 6 months. March this year, just consolidation and now breaking out. Now, if I go to a weekly chart, let's see, like if you want to look at the target, you can see you can draw a trend line like this. Let's see, you can draw a flag. You can see from bottom to the top. You can draw a flag like this, and then you can move this flag depending on where this breakout happened. You can move this flag, let's say, and we reach the target. Actually, we exactly reach the target of 90K. Okay. Now, I want to be very, very careful here, and I want to tell you that I know there are in media there are talks about Bitcoin going to 100K, 120K, 150K. All right, but um, you got to be careful. All right. Now, if you took this is a time Bitcoin should consolidate. And if I go to BTC futures, CME futures, there's a big gap here around 77K. Okay. This gap 100% will fill. 100% it will fill. And also there's some other gaps. These could be 90% possibilities of filling all these green lines. There's a gap around 54K, 48K, 40K, 34K. So be careful. All right, I just want to say be careful. Do not go into FOMO. If you miss this rally, don't worry, you will have time, and it let it cool down, at least at minimum let it fill this 77K gap, or it can even come a little bit lower. So now this whole area became support. Okay, this whole previous all-time high, this whole area is support. All right, so let it, this is a breakout, let it come down for a back test, and you can buy again for another bounce. All right, sure, it could go to 100K, but at these levels, you want to be very, very careful and take profits. Okay, you don't want to just blindly buy because you hear in the media everything is going. Okay, Ethereum, you can see same thing here. Ethereum is a bit weaker, still did not reach all-time high. 7 count sell signal. Also, the thing is on Bitcoin, I'm getting a 7 count sell signal. Ethereum, the gap is all the way down to 27, let's say 29, 3000. So that's what this 200 SMA blue line is also coming. So let it come back test, and then go higher. And also here, also you can see the same thing. Now, let's see, is there any divergence? There's no divergence here on this run, so that's a good news on PP and RSI, and also green line is above red line on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's all good news, but very, very oversold, overbought, sorry, on the daily chart. Ethereum is light green here on Bitcoin, so just be very careful, okay? That's all I want to say. So let's move to traditional market, SPX chart. This is SPX. You can see cycle analysis bottomed here, looking for this stopping process, and then a decline into early December. So let's see if we can top here and then go down. And also I want to show you another chart here. Here is 4 hours chart of again for Bitcoin. This is like above regression channel, usually very good time to short in my opinion, but you do what's best for you. On MES, you can see here we came 4 hours chart regression channel. We came to top line. This is the perfect area to sell above this white line. Came here, tested. Now I think ideally area to buy is below 5700 in my opinion. So let it cool down. Even if we get like some kind of a decline from where we are to that area is around 4% away. And if I show you some gaps on SPX, you can see there is a gap here around 5930, then massive election gap. For no reason we gapped up so higher. So I think we're going to come back to fill some of these gaps. NDX, same thing. The gap is here around 20,800. So let it come and fill this gap at minimum. It could come all the way to fill this other gap as well. So be very careful. And these gaps you can continue. You can see there's a gap on Dow Jones, big election gap. IWM also gap yesterday, gap up. Probably they're going to come and fill this gap on Russell as well. All right. So just be careful here. And then if you want to show you buy sell zones, just quickly look at the zones here. And you can see on left side is only for day trading. You buy on green line, sell on red line. So only for today's trade. Okay, so S&P 500 is in the neutral zone. Nasdaq is in the neutral zone here. Dow Jones is still very high, sell zone. And this is Russell 2000 in the neutral zone. Crude oil is bouncing after touching the buy zone. So the trade here, CNQ, which I bought, I'm still in profits. I bought here near the bottom yesterday, so still in holding profits. Let's see. I'm looking for these couple of gaps on the yellow side. You can see. So you can go ZB bonds. I'm keeping an eye on bond market. because money might be flowing back into the bonds sooner than later. So ZB and ZN is probably the next area. You can see what's happening here, developing some kind of a divergence on this. So looking for it to close above this white line, which is 20 moving average. TLT I'm keeping an eye on. This is probably going to be a very good trade in my opinion. So I'm just going to keep an eye for now. No trades at the moment. All right. Commodities wise, let's go to buy sell zones. Let's go side by side. Give me a second. Here you go. You can see here. Oh, let's go to Hang Seng Index before we go to commodities. HSI. Where it go? Yeah, Hang Seng Index here. Bear flagging and breaking down. All right, looking for this 18,000 to come in a buy zone short term, so we could get a bounce. Toronto Stock Exchange still in the sell zone, extremely high, near all-time highs. Multiple gaps to the downside, so no need to trade here. Natural gas after massive move yesterday, cooling down a bit. So in the sell zone now coming to neutral zone, massive move there. This gap will be filled. So eventually it should come back to fill this gap at some point, which was created yesterday. Gold is weak. And I was telling, if you watch my channel, I was telling I don't want to touch gold here at new all-time high because of divergences. I still think gold can come all the way down to around 2400 levels. So I'm not looking to buy it. We are getting a 9 counts buy signal, so we could get a short-term bounce. Even indicators are very oversold. Silver, same thing. Silver, I wanted to go to like 28 level, so not touching these commodities at the moment. Copper also in the buy zone, looking for a bounce. Short-term palladium in the buy zone. Massive breakout, short squeeze, and then now dumping everything. Probably they're not short sellers. Sugar is bouncing from the buy zone. Wheat is also in the neutral zone. Let it close above 570. Until that, not interested in wheat. Corn is in the sell zone right now. Dollar DXY is bouncing. That's why gold is going lower. DXY is this next resistance on the right side. This is daily chart coming around. Perfect area to calm down here. All right. And let's look at quickly any FANG stock, anything interesting. Apple came to the buy zone yesterday and then bounced. All right. Looks like it's bouncing from the buy zone. Meta is there's a gap, trying to fill that. Top gaps are on the yellow line, green gaps are on the green, sorry, bottom gaps are on the green line. Netflix in the sell zone, not interested here. Microsoft came to buy zone, bounce. Let's see if it sells down again today. I might be looking to pound on it and buy it. Nothing else very interesting. NVDA came to the buy zone yesterday, bounce. Today also pre-market came and now bouncing already. AVGO, same thing here, and then Tesla is now in the neutral zone. All right, after a breakout. Again, Tesla is same thing, multiple green gaps. Parabolic move, not interested in buying. Let it cool down, guys. Be very careful. You don't want to be buying at these levels here. VIX to show you the last because VIX has a massive gap, so which will be filled at some point. So it looks like the bottom gap is also filled yesterday. So now looking for this top gap. So if it this gonna fill, then that means SPX is going lower. So be very careful, guys. Lock in profits and be careful. All right, guys. By the way, if you want to know what I'm trading, want to know about these zones, buy sell zones on the left side for day trading, join my channel. There's a description in the video. Only takes you probably it's like maybe $7 a month, very cheap, and one trade can pay for the subscription. Okay, and I also can share all the levels for any stocks you like. What I buy, I'm holding crude oil right now, so yeah, all this info, latest and greatest, will help you to be on the right side of trade. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye.